guys, and welcome back to another episode of We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast, a podcast where we explore the first series of Terrace House, Boys and Girls Next Door. My name's Tim, and I'm joined by my fellow panelists this week, starting with our audio editor and video editor, James. How you doing, man?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing good. You know. Good things, good vibes all around. Cool stuff's happening in my life, and also cool stuff is happening in Terrace House.
That is facts. Yes, a lot happening in Terrace House right now. Glad to hear that you're doing well, man. And up next on the panel, we have our resident TikToker, Cheska. How you doing this week?
I'm good. Just moved out of my apartment, so
Ooh.
I'm currently homeless at my university city. So, that's my next task. Find a place for next year.
Nice. To any of her fans out there, she's looking for a place. Let us know.
No,
if you can house her.
no.
Or like not.
No.
Or not.
No.
Or not.
I will deal with that on my own. Thank you very much.
No. But before we start, this is your reminder to let you know that we, the panel of Terrace House Podcast, can be found on all podcasting platforms. That means it's on Spotify. That means it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you can find your podcasts. But you could find all of that stuff on our Anchor at anchor.fm/we-the-panel. You can also find us on Instagram at We The Panel Pod, where I post little clips of every episode that we have, as well as some like little extra stuff that I find along the way. So if you want to stay up to date with what we're up to, follow us there. And also to everyone watching on YouTube, hello, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be caught up on everything We The Panel. All right, getting into the episode, Terrace House episode 38, titled The Decision of a 19-Year-Old. Interesting. So
Wait, that was the title?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Right?
Unless I just got it completely wrong. If I got it completely wrong, I'm just gonna dub over it and be like, this is the title.
No, it's just the decision of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it fits.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, but we digress.
Title.
It's just the title. It's just the title, guys.
True.
But what happened last week, right? So we got the scene with Tecchan and Masato where we got to see them surfing, and Masato gave Tecchan some good advice. We also got to see Tecchan's I want to say like his actual acting debut on TV with the whole Last Cinderella thing and the feedback that he got, as well as his tears, because he was a big sad boy afterwards. But of course we did find out that Aya was leaving, and we had the big party. And the episode actually starts from that very same scene, into which we kind of catch up with Sena and Momo a little bit. We find out that Sena's leaving for Paris in July, which, if I crunch the numbers right, is pretty soon. I feel like maybe in like a couple weeks. And then, yeah, Daiki shows up. The party gets going. There's a big toast. And Sena, being the great character that she is, asks Aya, what's wrong? And she specifically says, are you dissatisfied with OG? Right in front of everyone. She does not care. It's so like she's so good because she does not care. And yeah, there's like a lot of banter, a lot of like just talking back and forth. Momo said that she was surprised that Daiki is actually staying longer than Aya is, and Sena just comes out and says it. She asks Tecchan, Daiki, and Miwako about this whole love triangle situation. 3 members are leaving, and the love triangle is what's left. What a crazy coincidence.
Wow.
And, she was just like, yeah, will it be awkward living together? And you can tell from like the body language that the guys just don't want to talk about it. But yeah, after that, it cuts to 2:30 in the morning, I think, where Sena's passed out on the couch. OG's passed out on his bed. And we cut to the girls' room, where we see Aya and Momo sitting on their bed because they both were in that bed at some point. Their bed, sure. They're in the girls' room in their bed, and they kind of talk about the whole OG situation. And you know how OG was kind of like an arm pillow for Aya multiple times, and Momo was like, "Yo, I'm jealous," and we find out that Momo was actually an arm pillow for OG at some point. I'm gonna assume that was like the night that she was gonna leave, because remember that like they spent the night together like before she left. I'm gonna assume it was then. But yeah, then there was the question of like, yeah, like, do you still like OG? And I, of course, does say yes. So just from all of that, there was a lot of stuff before the actual intro song. I think from where I'm stopping, there's still more stuff before their intro song. But just to kind of get us situated, how do you guys feel about everything Seina and Momo related right at the start?
I miss them. I miss them a lot.
Right.
It's nice to have them back.
Right? Like, I mean, I miss Seina's instigating. She really instigated that whole thing. Kind of felt bad for what is it, Miwako? I felt bad for her just because like I knew she would be the most awkward out of the three because Daiki and Tecchan are like they're kind of on the same page of what's happening. So like they're whatever, they just don't want to talk about it. Miwako, on the other hand, did not talk about any of this to Daiki or to Tecchan from what I remembered. So like everything is just awkward for her.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It was, yeah, it felt really awkward because Daiki and Tecchan, I think both of them, like, they knew everyone there. Like, at some point, they've lived with every one of those members that were there. And I think Miwako was the only one that never lived with Momo or Seina. And she was still, like, fairly new. Like, at this point, she might have been here for maybe a month and a bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when those two members showed up, I guess she kind of like backed off. And when I talked about body language earlier, her body language was pretty awkward the entire time too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do kind of feel bad for Miyoko in that situation.
Tim?
Yeah, just getting called out by like people you barely know, but who are like, I guess, so involved in your current like life standings and all that, right? Like kind of weird dynamic. I think I would react kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Maybe she's acquainted with how they act before because she is a fan of the show, but like, yeah, again, complete strangers for her. I mean, and already instigating.
Oh my god, yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's just crazy how like everyone interacted with each other because like the people that don't know each other, they only know through TV. So it's a weird dynamic because you expect a person to act like how they are on TV, but it might be different in reality. So yeah, like I think the true dynamic only happened when they actually lived with each other. So Miwako, on that hand, like only knew what Seina and Momo were like on TV, and vice versa.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. Do you think she might have been like a little starstruck, especially by Seina? You know, Seina being a big personality, and she's, from what I can tell, fairly beloved within the Terrace House world. So do you think maybe she might have been a little starstruck? And then once Seina kind of brought that whole situation up, she was like, oh, snap. Like, as if I wasn't already, like, awkward enough. Now this is happening.
Yeah, I don't know about starstruck.
I could think more like left out because she's new and she hasn't had time to really get to know the current people in the house and make memories. And like 3 of the current people in the house that she's met are leaving, like, you know, the next day. And like, meanwhile, I think everyone else has way more time to create friendships. So maybe like, you know, it's like an awkward dynamic where all these old friends are meeting and you're just like that new person. Just like, hey, I'm here. what's up, and they're probably catching up and act like I'm sure Hana and Sena and Momo have all had like, you know, their girls' nights and drunk nights, and you know what I mean? It's like that weird dynamic where you're new to this friend group or you're not a regular in this friend group. And
yeah, true. Yeah. And like Hana, Sena, and Momo have the strongest bond out of everyone in that house at the moment. Right? I don't know.
I'd say so. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, moving on to the next morning, where, you know, after all of the cleaning and all of that kind of stuff, we finally get to see the 3 members of Terrace House leaving. So I'm going to start. I'm not going to go in the order that they did in the show, but I guess just to start, OG just kind of dips.
I'd like to point out to all of our Terrace House, we the panel fans.
Did you
I'm right. I am right.
Oh God.
OG left episode 38. Let's go.
Okay, what were our predictions again?
I will pull up the receipts.
Jay
I know I'm wrong.
Okay,
I know I'm
Jay
wrong.
said OG was leaving episode 37, which is last episode. Tim, of course, you know, said this episode. And Chess, you were the most off. You said episode 40.
Yeah.
But I think you also said at the end of the season. Isn't that what you said? Did you say or maybe I said that. One of us said that.
I don't
know.
remember.
If we're saying episode 40, then you were wrong. And Tim, you know, like I can't even say anything. You just got it right. Like,
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
I'm still holding on to Tecchan prediction.
What did you say? Like
55?
50 something?
No
55.
way.
No, okay, so
Like, he's
pulling
gonna
up the
stay longer?
receipts, Cheska says that Tetsu Tecchan is leaving at episode 55.
Mhm.
I think Tecchan's leaving at episode 42.
Sir, that's soon.
That is very
That
soon.
is soon.
I think it's about time our baby bird flies.
But that's why I said episode 55. It's like, you know, it's soon, but not that soon. You
I think
know?
our boy's gonna, because if we're looking at I'll bring it up later. At the end of the episode, please remind me. Also, Cheska said OG was going to leave on episode 45.
Can I change my mind like last week or 2 weeks ago?
Bro, regardless.
I said, can we do 40 instead?
Regardless, no. But yo, 42. Okay. Tim, very specifically for you, would it change your mind if I told you that this episode was the season finale? Because this episode is the end of season 3.
What?
Oh, what? I didn't even get that season finale vibe.
Sorry, I was
but
supposed to
it's
say it at the start of the episode, but this was the season finale of season 3. So if you're saying Tecchan's leaving at episode 42, are you sure?
So that means that means next season 4 would be episode 39, 40, 41, 42. 4 episodes into season 4. That would affect my answer, yes.
A risky play.
4 episodes into the next season and
Yeah,
Tecchan leaves? No. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
So this is your chance. This is your chance.
I'm revising.
to revise your answer.
So episode 42 is 4 episodes into the next season.
Yeah.
So,
He is crunching the numbers. For
yeah,
audio
I'm
listeners,
using
you can see his brain just working. You can see as the what are they called? Not the bolts,
The cogwheels.
the cogs
sure,
turning.
you can see those things turning in his brain as he crunches the numbers. Like, you know the meme where it's like the guy and then all of like the algebraic numbers and letters and stuff all around him? That is basically Tim right now.
Episode 48. 10 episodes into season 4, Tecchan's leaving.
Wait,
Leaving?
Leaving.
Or announcing leaving?
No, leaving.
Ooh.
He's announcing it 2 episodes prior, so 8 episodes into.
Wait, then what's episode 55?
I'm not gonna say because I haven't looked that far. So. But okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna write that down real quick. Tecchan leaves
Interesting.
episode.
So you said 48. Chess, what'd you say again? You said like 50.
I said 55, but I kind of wanted it. I was aiming towards like literally the last episode of season 4.
Okay.
So I don't know
So
what
end of
episode
season
that
4.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I still don't think he's gonna leave. I think Jay and I both think he's making it all the way. But if he were to leave, it definitely would be at the end of a season. I don't know if it'd be this upcoming season, but it would be a season. But I don't think he's gonna leave in general.
Because, like,
but anyways, okay. This is not about. This is not about.
Right. It's not about Tecchan. It's not about
He's still
Tecchan
in
right
the
now.
house, guys. He's still in the house.
Yeah. So for now.
Yeah, for now. So as I said earlier, you know, OG kind of leaves. He just kind of says bye. His bags are already downstairs, and we just get one shot of OG like walking down the little path. That's it. For Aya, she got to share this special little moment with Miwako where they were crying and hugging, and it was really sweet. And of course, we do see Hana getting very emotional, crying, hugging Tecchan, Daiki being probably one of the closest ones to Hana in the house for the entirety of her time, basically, drives Hana to the train station. And on the drive there, you know, they reflect on her experience, how Daiki used to just barge in and ask her on dates. And then, of course, they say their last goodbyes at the train station. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but I thought that I saw it. Like Daiki was trying his best to hold back some tears. You know, it was very emotional, especially for Hana, because Hana's been here for a while, and even I was just like, damn, she's leaving. So, any lasting memories with the 3 of those members for you guys now that they're gone?
OG left the way he presented himself as Terrace House, in the background and unimportant. So
Yay!
Holy damn. You know,
The
my
panelists
dis.
themselves. Sorry, go. The panelists did say that OG is just an attractive arm pillow.
yeah, they said it right. Yeah, there's no substance. A very flat arm pillow at that.
Yay!
Not even like feathery. Am I wrong? Probably not.
Oh boy. I mean, I was gonna say that you know how my distaste for Masato was? It's being reflected on Tim for his distaste to OG.
Ooh.
I'll agree with that. Agree with that. Like, I don't know. Like overall, like, what did he do? Nothing really. I mean, like,
He played with Aya's feelings. That's basically it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's basically it.
like, I don't know, no redeeming parts whatsoever. Like, at least Masato has his redeeming bromance with OG, that whole older brother figure. I mean,
Wait.
last episode not OG, sorry, Tecchan.
With
Yeah,
Tecchan, yeah.
okay.
Tecchan. My bad. Yeah, I mean, like, the beginning of this episode was him giving Tecchan some advice on how to go about if he wants to find a woman for his own and, you know, get into a relationship with. So some redeeming features, you know, did Sena dirty, but some redeeming features. Overall, like, OG just was not, I guess, interesting other than the one thing that he did. Like, I mean, I guess that's why he didn't get much screen time to begin with.
True.
Yeah, that's true. True. What about the other members? You know, any lasting memories with Aya or Hana?
I'm gonna miss Hana the most, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Hana the most. Aya, her time was so short. 2 months, I think. Two
That
and a
was
half
Aya.
months.
That was
Yeah,
Aya.
Aya.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm saying with Aya. Yeah, it was just way too short. I feel like she could have shown more growth, but I guess her experience at Terrace House was fouled too soon.
Yeah.
And the scene with Daiki and Hana going to the train station, that was really cute.
Oh yeah, I
was
was.
like- It's like their banter, and yeah, there's a chemistry between them. Maybe it didn't flourish in a relationship, but there is a chemistry between them that I don't think was between any other couple in the house.
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's something special about them too, but obviously not in a relationship way.
I think
In a friendship way, you know?
I think it's just wrong timing. I think, if it was a different scenario and, like maybe Hana wasn't so slammed with work and, maybe I think they could have made it work. I genuinely think they could have made it work and they would have been really happy. But
yeah, that's true.
it's just the situation and the circumstance and timing that was against them.
Yeah.
Right? You guys agree? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Right.
I mean, I've been on Team Hana since day one. Since day one, we're getting there. You know how I felt about Daiki around that time because I was protecting Hana at all costs.
But look at him now.
I know, this man evolved. He evolved. But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna miss Hana the most because like she had that like fire in her, and like even when she was like literally down at her lowest moments, she was like still a huge personality that I really appreciated. At Terrace House, and like she actually brought a lot of personality after Sena left, because at that point it was Hana and Sena being like the two big personalities of the show, and then when Sena left, like Hana like brought that energy out by like thousands, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as someone that supports Daiki in what he does. I feel like the one memory that I'm gonna remember was after his first fight, the whole scene between him and Hana, where she held the belt, and then he asked her out, and she was like, "Yeah." It was cool. Like I really liked that scene a lot when it actually showed. But just in terms of Hana in general, like yeah, she was great. I thought that she provided a lot of good advice for guys like Tecchan, coming from that women's point of view, which is good, which is what he needed. And yeah, she was just cool. And I feel bad because with Aya and OG situations, like I feel like their stories were just so intertwined with each other, and we already know how we feel about OG and like his whole storyline, so it's kind of like the same with hers, but we actually like Aya here. So
yeah, we do.
so yeah, but it's it's gonna be different. The house is gonna be very different, and since the house now only has the 3 members,
oh boy,
we move on to the next scene where Tecchan and Miwako are cleaning up. And they kind of have a little conversation about like the people that are leaving, and they talk about how Aya actually isn't going to be living too far, so maybe in the foreseeable future we'll see some Aya coming back, which I hope so because we didn't see too much of her, so she'll be coming back. Hana is probably back in Shibuya doing whatever she is doing, and just generally the feels are kind of different in the house. Tecchan is feeling kind of down, which kind of sucks. But we do get to see some more Tecchan because we go to the last Cinderella shoot where they're shooting their final episode. And Tecchan has lines again, but his first delivery and his first take was pretty monotone. What was different about this, though, was that the director pulled Tecchan to the side and was like, hey, this is something that you need to do. Right, try this out. So on the second take, Tecchan tried not to be monotone, but he was pretty stiff. Third take, I thought it was exactly the same, but I'm not a director. I don't really know. But the director did say that he's kind of focusing too much on his lines, and he wants him to focus on his expressions before and after he actually says the lines. So overall, just a lot of really great feedback, which is cool. But, Tecchan kind of looked down. I don't know if that was because of the house, but yeah, I don't know. So I guess like the question that I have for you guys is, how do you feel about Tecchan's acting, and if this, now that that show is over, what do you think Tecchan's really going to do?
Honestly, I don't know how his acting career is gonna like go, because it seems like he doesn't take criticism too well, because he always feels down whenever there's feedback, right? So if he like takes it well and actually applies to it, then I think he can do well in the acting world. But like if he's like feeling down about it and he's not gonna like take any criticism, then I don't know how it's gonna work out, to be honest.
Okay.
How about you, Tim?
I think there's definitely room for growth and he has potential. I think, taking criticism, like in regards to just right there, right then, is that like when you're recording, you have only so much time. You're working with daylight, you're working with like the weather, you're trying to get all these shots in. So I think the director's like, okay, this is such a small scene. Like I'm giving him 3 chances. And you know what? Like whichever one's the best, we'll take, because like it's such a minor scene. It's just him. He's not the main character. I have other scenes that I need to shoot for this final episode. We got to keep on moving. I feel like that's like the environment. And so right then and there, I can definitely see why Tecchan got sad. Mainly, maybe it's not because it's like him doing poorly, but it's because, as a result of me doing poorly, I'm keeping everybody behind. That's my mentality. Like when I'm at work, is that like, what am I doing? Like if I make a mistake, how am I impeding the progress of the company? Right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's what's on Tecchan's mind. If I don't do a good job, like I really want to do a good job, or if anything, I want to do like a decent job to where we can keep on moving. Right. But now I'm doing a bad job, and that bad job is impeding the progress of others and bringing everybody down.
Yeah.
And that weighs a lot on somebody.
Yeah. Like I would see that perspective, because like I'm surprised that the director didn't kick Tecchan off in that first episode where he acted in. Because like I don't know if like this is true, because like obviously I'm not an actor. I've never worked in the film industry at all, but I feel like if there are some actors or like even extras that are not following the director's rules, then you're kicked out. Like just to prevent any like delay in production.
Yeah.
See, but I don't think it's them. I don't think it's an actor choosing not to follow the directions. I think it's just Tecchan's trying to do it, but he's just, he's still pretty raw as an actor.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like if they don't follow it exactly what the director wants, then the director will just kick them out.
Yeah,
like, sorry.
No. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no worries. I mean, I was watching an SNL skit. Like obviously it's comedy, but it was like about these 2 basketball extras that like are doing really bad at playing basketball. So the director is like, sorry guys, we have to cut you out of the scene. So like it kind of relates to like my analogy with Tecchan. Like I'm surprised that the director didn't kick him out in the first place if he was so dissatisfied with it. But at the same time, it does give the show exposure because
Tecchan's on it.
Yeah, he's on Terrace House and stuff.
To add to Cheska's train of thought, I can't speak for the film industry in Japan, but I do know like for the film industry here in North America on the West Coast, like California and all that, that extras are a dime a dozen. So if you can't perform, if you can't do your 1-2 lines because that's all you get, then yeah, you're out, because we'll just find somebody else who can do it, because clearly you can't. And I think Tecchan is a special exception because what he brings to the table is exposure on a completely different network, on a completely different show. And if it wasn't for that, then I think that they wouldn't have brought him on board with his current acting capabilities. So that's that. And with that being said, that's probably like on his mind. Am I even good enough to be here, or am I just here because I bring with me this?
Yeah, that's very true. That's a fair point.
Yeah, it's actually funny that you mentioned that, because I've been kind of putting off a few of the scenes because I wanted to talk about Tecchan and his focus in this episode. Because we had some scenes earlier talking about back when Hana was in the house, where Hana, Daiki, and Tecchan were kind of just talking about the whole love triangle situation. And Daiki, of course, stays true to his guy, as he always does. And Tecchan did say that he kind of did talk about his acting and how he doesn't consider himself to be an actor yet, because he doesn't think he's done a good enough job to actually say that, right? But he did say that like he's had a great experience. With that being said, there was actually a later scene into which Tecchan and Daiki were in the guys' room, and Tecchan straight up tells Daiki that he doesn't want to focus on girls right now. He had this whole story about him as a student and how he was so focused on this girl that he wasn't able to do his like soccer stuff, and he wasn't even studying that well. So he understands that he needs to put 100% of his focus on his career, into what he's doing, because he doesn't want to focus on girls, because he needs to put that energy into actually improving his acting. And that actually transitions into the next scene, because we get to see Tecchan and Miwako going out for a little walk on the beach. And Tecchan does tell her that after his last Cinderella shoot, he really understands what he has to do to improve, but he still wasn't really able to do it in that scene in particular. But now that he's aware, he's inspired to really like nail a performance. And because of this, he wants to put 100% of his focus into acting. So he said that he's not gonna try to go for Miwako anymore. He's not gonna try to put any advances on her anymore. And Miwako responded in a great way. She responded in a light way. She said that she feels kind of bad for not actually talking about her feelings with both him or Daiki. And overall, I thought that it was just a really good ending to that storyline, because it lets us know that the love triangle storyline is actually over. And we also get to hopefully see that Tecchan is going to improve as an actor as the episodes go on. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? About Tecchan putting 100% of his focus into acting? Like, I think it's a great thing.
Yes. Yes, I think
will it be great for TV? I don't know, but I think it's great for him just as a professional.
Me as well. I think it's a foreshadowing of him leaving the house fairly soon.
Yo, I was gonna say that too, Tim. I was gonna say that too.
That's why I think it's gonna be episode. Where is it?
Did you say 48?
48,
oh,
yeah.
Man.
10 episodes from now, yeah. Yep.
Well, wait, how many episodes are in a season?
It varies. So that's why I can't give you like an actual answer. So
okay, yeah, because I was thinking of season 4, the very last episode of season 4
will be Teichan's last episode.
Yeah,
no.
just because, like, if he's serious about acting, then he might move to a city that has a lot of more like acting gigs and stuff.
But like, it's Tecchan, guys.
Okay, and
we haven't. I feel like we haven't finished his story arc yet. We need to see this guy actually like act and be like great at it. I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. So I don't know, guys. I think he's making it all the way, and I think he deserves to stay there, to be good at his job, and maybe eventually find a girl, but we don't know. I just want him to stay.
Oh yeah, go Tim.
If I am wrong,
okay,
here's my argument against why he won't leave at the end of a season.
You love to see it, okay.
And that's because I'm pretty sure the fan base watching this, like, Tecchan is like such like a great character that like it wouldn't be the end because him leaving would mean someone needs to fill his shoes, and that would be a big hype moment, and that would be a big like draw in people to watch. So like that would definitely be way better in like the middle or like, you know, 3/4 of the way in, then at the very end, and then you have an abrupt break, and then you have people join in for the next season on episode 1. I feel like that. I mean, that's just my mentality. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just to argue James's point, like you wanted to see him do one really good acting moment, right?
I mean, I didn't say one. I just want to see him actually get better because we haven't seen him get better in anything. So,
so here's the thing: did we see like Aya have like a high point in her career?
See, but that's different.
She only been there for 2 months.
Yeah.
So short.
And everyone was
how about
still
OG?
confused as to why she left. Okay, but OG was probably getting like backlash. Like a lot of backlash. Maybe. I don't know.
Like,
but those are exceptions because Tecchan's been there since episode 1.
He has the most screen time out of everyone on the show right now.
Exactly.
That's true. But what I'm saying is like you don't need to have like that one big career moment on Terrace House in order for you to leave. You can just leave whenever. So I feel like
Rie didn't have that one big career moment. Her career's just been going, and then she tends to focus on it and leave.
Her career was always like this.
But I feel like Tecchan
like
is just a special
really
case. You know, I feel like Tecchan's just a special case because when he showed up, like look at where he was when he showed up on episode 1. He was like super shy, super to himself.
A firefighter.
And he wanted to be a firefighter. Right? And then all of a sudden, boom, career change. All of a sudden, confidence change.
Right.
But we just like, because it hasn't happened for him yet. Nothing, there is no, at least in my head, there is no reason for him to leave. Or there's no reason for him to want to leave yet. I understand that he wants to get better at acting, but who says it has to be outside of the house? And for his case, being in the house is beneficial to him. Because if we said earlier, if Tecchan's aware that he's getting into these roles because he's in the house, who's to say he's not going to keep getting roles if he's in the house?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Counter argument. Okay. Because it puts him in a box. He's just the gimmick. He's just the reason why he's being brought on is because he brings exposure to the show, and that's it.
Oh, typecasting.
But we also haven't seen Tecchan as a good actor yet. So if he leaves the house, will he even get any roles in general?
He's going to get better in the next 10 weeks.
But will he?
That's why he's going to. Yeah.
But will he?
I believe in him.
But will he?
He will.
That is the question.
He will.
Will it take 10 episodes or will it take 40?
It'll take 10 episodes.
Well, okay, here's the thing with acting. Like, I feel like it takes years for someone to do really well in acting.
See?
But but the thing is, Tecchan's time at Terrace House does not, like, his whole acting career and stuff, like, okay, I'm going on a tangent, but, like, I don't think years of his work in acting would make him stay at Terrace House. If it takes him like 10 years to be a good actor, do you expect him to stay in Terrace House for 10 years?
Yes.
No. No.
I mean, as much as we'd want to, I feel like we're going to see exponential growth within the next 10 weeks at Terrace House.
Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like it might be just personality growth that we're going to get from Tecchan, which we are, and then he's just going to leave and improve on his career.
Okay.
That's what I think. Yes, Tim.
Are there season breaks in between Terrace House?
Honestly,
because like they don't stop
idea.
living, right? They can't stop living for like a month, 2 months, 3 months.
Actually, okay, no. You know what? I feel like there is for actually like putting out the episodes, but in terms of actually producing them and like getting the content, I feel like there's no break, because if you remember back in season 1, they watched episodes, and the content from the episodes that they watched were literally from the week before. Skip to, what was it, 2 episodes ago when we watched them in the theater room watching the episode. That was from like 4 weeks ago. So I feel like maybe there's a 1 week break in terms of getting the episode out. But when they release the episode, instead of it being 1 week behind, it's 2 weeks behind. Or maybe instead of 1 week behind, it's 3 weeks behind. So that could be what's happening instead. So I feel like getting the content, having the cameras, and getting the content of the housemates does not stop. But I feel like getting it out on TV is what takes that little hiatus or that little break. That's just a theory, though. I don't know.
I could see that. I could agree with that. You know, if anyone else out there knows better about the production of Terrace House in this
Let
time,
us know.
please let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, moving on to, I guess, just a little side part here. We get to the Daiki's boxing gym, where Daiki's in his office with his coach, and he tells him that he has an upcoming fight down at Korakuen Hall with another champion. And the coach kind of says this interesting thing that I took note of. He said that if he beats him, then the name Daiki will carry weight in the world. I felt like that's a lot to say.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot to say. Like, I get it. He's facing an international guy. I think the guy's from like Australia or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the name Daiki will carry weight in the world. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if I heard that, if they're like, okay, James, you're gonna sing this song, and if you do, then the name James will carry weight in the world. I'll be like, Jesus, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
It is.
But like, knowing that he has another fight, we're gonna do what we always do. Very, 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 very early predictions. What do you think's gonna happen in this fight?
Oh shoot!
It's Daiki of Japan versus bantamweight champion of Australia.
But we don't know how he fights.
Exactly.
Daiki's...
There's no tail of the tape. There's no weighing. But just very early predictions. What do y'all think?
I think Daiki's gonna lose.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Daiki is going to lose, and I'm going to break the fourth wall a bit here. And I've been delving more into like the UFC side of things, just because I haven't heard Daiki outside of the show.
Hey man.
And so if he supposedly wins the fight and his name goes out there,
I see what
if he wins the fight and his name is supposed to be out there, I haven't heard of him.
You're saying that the name Daiki doesn't carry weight in this world?
I guess
say
not.
it's not in the fighting, kickboxing. Maybe UFC is like different with the mixed martial arts than kickboxing, but like
it is. It is. If you watch that Jake Paul Ben Askren fight, it definitely is.
Don't get me started on that. Okay, don't get me started on that. That was so stupid.
I mean, I was there for Pete Davidson. Not gonna lie.
Pete Davidson made it for me, honestly.
Yeah.
But
you know who didn't make it for me? Jack Harlow. But we're not talking about that.
Different podcast for a different time.
Exactly. So you think Daiki's gonna lose, eh?
I think he's had it too good for too long. I mean, like, granted, we haven't seen like a full fight, and I can't do like a full depth analysis of his fighting style and how he goes in the ring because we only get these tiny snippets in the show. But I mean, from a narrative standpoint, Daiki has never experienced a loss yet on the show. I feel like Daiki has just my man's biggest struggle was he had to choose between two women. Let's put that into perspective. Is like I love him, but like
that's not
F you, man. What the hell? Like he's living a pretty good life if that's his biggest problem. Like
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Tim? Are you okay?
A little envious. A little envious.
Sure, it's okay.
But, like,
It's okay.
you know.
This was years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's
To
okay.
be
But
2012 Daiki.
I aspire to be 2012 Daiki
Oh my
and
or
that
2013.
oh my
rather.
goodness. Okay.
alone.
So Tim says a loss. Chess?
I don't know because I don't know how the other guy fights. Like
That's what makes these very early predictions so interesting.
I mean, in terms of the narrative for Terrace House, I will agree with Tim. If I kind of want to see a down point in Daiki because it's always been a high point for him. So,
Well, aside from the breakup, but yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, like, not to like wish on like bad stuff on Daiki, but like if we're talking about just TV narratives,
yeah,
you know, like
Yep.
each character has to go through a down point at some point in the series. So probably a loss.
I'd
And
also
even
say that
like,
was a
sorry, go ahead.
quick note. I also say like even that breakup, that was a healthy breakup.
That's
say.
what I was gonna say
It
too.
was
Like
such
a
they're
healthy
still
breakup.
tight
Yeah,
after the
right? Like-
breakup, so.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so it wasn't like a really bad low point for Daiki. It was just like, oh, it didn't work out. They separated, but they're still cool. So like,
Yeah.
even then, I'd say choosing between the two women was way a lower point than than breaking up with Hannah. Like,
Yeah.
That's
No, for
true.
sure.
That's true.
yeah. Okay, sorry, James. You were saying?
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing. But,
Oh.
if we're gonna talk about the fight, I mean, I, as a Daiki supporter, and seeing that since he's been on the show, he's been undefeated, I'm gonna say he wins. But my
But-
bigger prediction is that no matter what the outcome of the fight is, after the fight, Daiki's gonna leave the house.
Oh.
We have seen small little hints of it happening back in the party when Momo was like, man, I can't believe I is leaving before you, and Daiki's like, yeah, I can't believe it either. In my head, that made me think like, oh man, maybe that means that he's gonna leave soon, because he's already seen 3 members leave, one of which actually showed up after he was already in the house.
Yeah.
So I feel like after that fight, he's gonna be like, yeah, okay, guys. Maybe they're gonna go out to eat after the fight, whether it be celebratory or just like to eat afterwards. And he's gonna be like, well, guys, it's been a good run, and I'm gonna leave the house. And then Tecchan's gonna cry first.
Not surprising, but like, what a turn of events, James.
I know.
But like, oh yeah, even he was hinting about leaving when he was still dating Hana.
Exactly. See, so that lets me know that there's nothing left for Daiki to do in the house.
Mm,
Here's a bigger question. Like, are you mentally ready for Daiki to leave? This goes towards James because he's a Daiki supporter.
I mean, like, hey, I do support Daiki, but I've kind of seen it coming. Like, I was ready for him to leave when he said he was gonna leave, like with Hana. Like, I already mentally prepared myself.
True.
So since that happened and he decided to stay, my brain's just been like, okay, he can leave at any point, and I'll be okay with it.
everything right now is icing on the cake because you're ready to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Daiki wins that third fight, that'll be the cherry on top. And then if he leaves, I'll be very satisfied.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mentally ready to see him leave, to be honest. Because, like, I just started liking Daiki again after that whole time of, like, not liking him because of Hana. And
Yeah.
so now I'm like, damn it. The time that I actually, like you as a person or as a character on the show, you're going to be like, bye. Heartbroken. It's fine. How about
Yeah.
you, Tim?
Daiki leaving. He will be missed. He will
Oh,
be
yeah.
missed. He's a character and a good person, strong supporter of everything
Tecchan.
that he does.
Strong
Oh yeah,
supporter
Of
of
Tecchan.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
strong supporter of Tecchan. Yeah, and like, yeah, I think Tecchan will definitely take it super hard when he leaves because, yeah, I mean, like, so far, I mean, with the exception of OG, he has had a strong connection with like every other man in Terrace House.
True.
Masato, Shota, Daiki, like they were all like sharing that same energy of looking out for each other.
Yeah.
And like they were all great role models for Tecchan. So and this might be pessimistic, but I don't think that anybody else joining the house. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I take that back. Never mind. Wrong prediction. I was going to say that like anybody else stepping into the house wouldn't be like that role model for Tecchan, but then a scene that we're going to talk about like later on in this episode, like with the new members, I'm pretty sure the next male member joining the house is going to be like, I think they prefaced it by saying he's the oldest ever to join Terrace House.
Yep.
So that means older than Sena, older than Masato.
Yep, we will get to that. We'll definitely.
So I'll cut that train of thought there. Never mind. Yeah, forget what I was.
Yeah,
say.
don't worry.
Yeah.
It's coming up soon, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting that you say that, considering that you think Tecchan's leaving in like 10 episodes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, because if he's gonna gain a strong relationship with a guy, I feel like it's because he's gonna stay there for another 40 episodes. You know, for like 20 of them.
Right.
15 of them, 20.
Yeah,
of them.
you're right. I'll just stick with my original. He's leaving. Episode 10 of season 4.
Oh man, but yeah, as you guys said, once Daiki leaves, it will be the end of that era. And it's very interesting because we did just see the end of an era of Terrace House. Hana, Aya, and OG are gone. But of course, as an era ends, a new era begins. And as this new era begins, we do get new member intros. Of course, you know, the ones where you don't see the face. And they're always like, oh yeah, I'm going to Terrace House, guys. So, of course, we start with a guy who, I don't know if he was talking to a guy named Yusuke or if his name is Yusuke, but we cut to a surfing shop. And this
Billabong.
guy... Yeah.
Sorry, it's a well-known brand.
True.
This guy, supposedly Yusuke, might not be Yusuke, did say that he is joining and he will be one of the oldest members, however old that'll be. And
40.
No.
Imagine.
Sena was 26, wasn't she?
Wachi's 27.
Yeah, he could just be like 28 or something.
Yeah, like
So
40. Calling it right now. He's gonna be
you
mid
think that guy's
30s, early 40s.
The half face that you saw, you thought that was 40?
Asian don't raisin, bro.
Damn, you're
You
right,
see, you see, the Tecchan's boss. What's his name? Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, like white hair though, but his skin flawless.
Yeah.
immaculate.
That guy looks good for 112.
Yeah, right. Like,
Oh no, I feel you with that. But yeah. So when asked what he's going to take with him, he did say, of course, he's going to bring clothes. But he did also say he's bringing his camera. So who do you think this guy is? What do you think he's he works at a surfing shop and he's taking his camera and he's also supposedly older than everyone else. So what do you think this guy does for a living?
He's not a surfer.
He's not a surfer.
God, he's
not a pro surfer.
No.
But he's a camera guy. He's a stunt photographer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna think. Yeah.
Ooh.
He's a professional photographer for surfers or for any other athletic event.
That's cool. I hope that's true.
I mean,
wow, that's actually really cool.
I think it could be surfer because I mean they did the interview at Billabong, like the store. So like it's gotta be surfing related, if anything like surfer model related. Maybe he's taking pictures of like, the guy is, like, oh, this season's board shorts or like
Wait,
whatever.
can I say this? I am tired of models being in Terrace House.
Hey, we have a model in the house if we get a photographer in the house, it's just like it's a perfect match.
Exactly. Like,
Ooh.
no offense to all the models. Like, I love all the models that were already on the show, but like, we need a variety of careers. It can't be just models and athletes and one actor.
To be fair, all the other variety the careers out there did not stay very long. As a
Okay,
student, Mr. Pharmacist is gone.
Shota was a student too.
Yeah, I think
Shota didn't even do modeling. He was an artist.
Yeah, he was an
Yeah.
artist. Yeah.
and he left fairly quickly, and also did not have a lot of screen time. Our resident author,
Momo?
Momo. I was going to say Miwako, but Momo didn't get a lot of screen time either.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the photographer, potential photographer from Billabong could be Miwako's out from swimsuit modeling.
Oh,
Maybe.
That would be pretty sick.
Maybe she
That
doesn't
would
want to
be
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, what if he brings one of his like surfing magazines and the first page is Masato?
Oh, maybe he's
leaving.
already been
I'm
on
leaving.
the show. Remember Masato? He did that shoot. He did that the sports
Oh,
shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe the camera guy was already
What if he was there the entire time?
Oh.
Maybe he knows Masato. What?
This is so meta.
That would be crazy. Oh my god. What if he was talking to Masato? Okay, no, I'm
Anyways.
taking too far. I'm taking too far.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there's that guy. And then we cut to a music studio where we see, what was there? She was on like a stage, and then
Yeah.
we saw a guitar case, and she's sitting on the edge of the stage, and she calls her mom about joining the house. All right, so big question. What do you think this girl does?
Oh, she's definitely not a musician, you know?
She had a guitar. She had
Probably
a
does
guitar.
like pharmacist stuff too, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
maybe she might be
right.
like, you know, a rocket scientist or. you know.
Smart one. Yeah.
Audio
Okay.
audio technician, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Okay, but for real, do you think she's like a pop idol or something? Or
Maybe.
if you looked at the fit that she was wearing, it seems kind of idolish. You know,
I wouldn't say she's a pop idol.
I was thinking towards like, I don't think she's a part of like a group, but do you remember Rie's performance and the outfit that she was wearing? I feel like it was kind of similar to that. So that's why I was thinking kind of like pop idol type vibes, you know?
Oh, okay. This is such a YouTube reference, but I got Kina Grannis vibes just from what she was wearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was expecting like an indie artist with a
Yeah.
guitar. That's all I'm expecting.
That would be really cool.
I would love to see it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and finally, like after 2 seasons of not having Rie, we can finally talk about music
Again.
again. We've been deprived, guys. We've been deprived.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that. Are you guys familiar with the Japanese J-pop band called Goose House?
No.
Okay, well they did this one. Okay, wait.
Right over my head.
Okay. You guys have all seen Your Lie in April, right? The piano anime. That
Okay,
one,
yeah,
the music one.
Yes.
You know the intro. You know that
Yes.
like
Oh, okay, yeah.
the Kimi na yo, Kimi nanda yo. That one.
Yeah.
That's Goose House. That's them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very like acousticy, like very like that kind of like upbeat type of. I
Yeah.
think that's her genre of music. I hope it's that genre of music. But I think
Interesting.
that's her. Like,
Very
thing.
interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. I like that. I like both of those. But this last person was very intriguing because it cuts to a house and excuse me, we never see the girl, but clearly there's a bed and this girl is sitting on the bed with her boyfriend talking about moving into the house. And the boyfriend, you know, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, is worried.
You did not.
And she
Disgusting.
okay, but
Nah, I rate it.
The girl is like, okay, you're worried that I'm in the house, okay, But it's okay to cheat 3 times. Huh?
She was quoting him. I believe. She said like, hey, you don't have anything to worry, like you said.
But just the mention of it, like,
I hope it's a joke. I really do, because I'm gonna get pissed if like she actually.
Oh, hey, she comes in.
that'll be insane.
I know. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be funny. Oh man.
Yeah, oh man.
I'd like to see Cheska's take. Sorry.
I mean, I was eyeing on the boyfriend, to be honest, when watching it. I was like, he cute.
Ma'am. And when she said it's okay to cheat 3 times, you were like, okay.
And I was like,
Okay.
never mind. I take back my statement. Just like looking at his face alone, I was like, oh, he cute. And then he said that, and I was like, never mind.
Oh, he didn't say it though. She said it. Unless
said
she was quoting him, but we don't know if she's actually
If she was
him.
quoting him, that's why I'm like, okay, no. I'm good. Then again, I was 13 when this was released, so that would have been very illegal. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
But yeah, this last girl is very intriguing to me because we didn't see anything work related with her. It was literally her talking to her boyfriend. So what we know about her is that she has a boyfriend.
Supposedly.
So, I mean,
it's implied, but was never spoken. Implied, but never spoken.
why would he be worried?
They
literally kissed at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Sir, this is also Japan. Where hand holding is a big deal.
Okay. I mean, like they're also making jokes about cheating. So I mean, like, who knows? Nothing's confirmed. It's implied that they're dating, which I'm fine
If
with.
they made
saying.
jokes about cheating and about him being worried about her cheating, wouldn't that mean that he's her boyfriend?
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Yeah, fair point.
The way Tim's like, yeah.
We just don't have
Sir.
100% confirmation. yet.
Sir, what is he, his dad?
I don't know. No,
that's
no.
weird.
I'm not
That's
saying
weird.
that he's his dad, but I'm saying like, F buddies. I don't know. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Then why would he be worried?
Oh yeah, why
I don't
would
think
he
he'd
be
be
worried about
worried.
cheating?
Okay, fine. Maybe not boyfriend. It could also be fiance. Could also be husband. Like, we don't.
All right, come on.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
I'm just saying we don't have 100% confirmation yet.
Come on.
We're just all working on contextual clues.
Okay.
If it looks like a cat and smells like a cat, it's a fish. Like,
Wait, what?
My brain.
What?
But no, but yeah, this girl is just. I can't wait to watch the next episode because
Honestly, me too.
I just like specifically that girl I want to meet. See what her vibe is about. And before we end the episode, the panel actually did make a very interesting point. I think it was Yamachan that made it, and he kind of asked, now that Tecchan isn't going for girls anymore, but there's space for 2 new girls coming to the house, what would happen if one of the new girls is into Tecchan?
Is into Tecchan?
Yeah.
Tecchan would be in a relationship.
Oh, sir.
Oh.
Purely based on what Masato said at the beginning of the episode. It was like, you do you, don't pose, be yourself, and have a girl come to you for seeing you. So he's going to do him. And if he just so happens that he attracts the eye of a lady that comes his way, I'm sure he wouldn't be like, no, I must focus on my career. Stay away from me. Like, no, he won't be like that. Just be like, what's up?
It was funny when the panel was talking about it. They were like, "Oh yeah, if a girl falls for him, he'd do one of those things where like he's smiling, but then he's like crying."
Tears of joy.
I've
at
spent
last.
this entire time chasing after girls, and now when I'm not chasing after girls, a girl finally wants me.
I think it's going to be, well, I mean, there's only one option out of the 2 current girls, if anything, and it would be the music one.
Are you sure it's not the girl? That
This is not me. It's a possibility.
I mean, if we're going with that whole tangent that Tim went through about context clues, we don't know if she has a boyfriend. We don't know if the musician has a boyfriend.
My brain. Oh.
Also true. All valid points.
Okay, but there have been no hints at
Yet.
chick having a boyfriend. For all we know, she's married to her guitar. So
For all we know, she just carries around the guitar and doesn't know how to play it.
imagine she's just like someone that travels with a guitar, sits on stages, and just does nothing.
It's just like a portable desk for her. She just uses the back to like write.
Yeah, it's to
No.
write her dissertation because she's actually a student.
Yes. A student in finance for whatever reason.
Oh my god.
Completely unrelated to music.
She's actually an architect.
Ooh.
I knew you were gonna say. I knew you were gonna say.
Oh, did you say
Ooh.
architecture? Oh.
Ooh. She's an architecture.
man.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay. Well, before we get off the rails, this was the end of the episode. This is the end of the Terrace House episode, and this is the end of the We the Panel episode. But of course, before we go, this is another reminder to let you know that We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast, can be found on all podcasting platforms. That
All
means
of
we're
them.
on Spotify.
Mhm.
That means we're on Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Google Podcasts.
Yeah, we are.
Other Podbean. I think we're on Podbean. We're on. I don't know. We're on like. all
Are
of
we?
them. I have no idea. I can double check, but I know we're on a lot of them.
Yes.
So you can find all of that stuff on our Anchor page at anchor.fm/we-the-panel. And you can also follow us on Instagram, where I post short little clips of every episode, as well as little extra stuff that I'm going to throw in there every once in a while. So you feel free to follow us there. And if you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting to this point. If you've gotten to this point, leave a comment, leaving any of your opinions, anything that you're excited for. If we got anything very wrong about these new members, because I feel like we have, but leave your comments there.
Let us
Also,
know, yeah.
feel free to like and subscribe to our channel and to hit the notification bell so you're kept up to date on everything We the Panel.
Oh my
And
god.
before we go, of course, we do have our own plugs. So starting with everyone's favorite Tim.
Cheska.
Sir? No, not Tim. Where can we find you on the internet, bud?
You can find me right here on We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast, found on all podcasting platforms, as well as my YouTube channel, linked down below in the description, my personal Insta, linked down below in the description, as well as Twitch. I sometimes play video games down there, so come in, peep a stream, we'll play some Apex together.
I still better be a guest. I better be a guest on your Twitch.
Oh, what? Word? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're playing Apex on stream, bro, carry me to victory on these 3-on-3s.
Yeah, I got you.
If you have party games, I got you. I will be a guest on party game episodes.
Yes, and we can also all play. What's that one game we played? Gradic Phone. We could play like Gradic Phone with a bunch of people.
Phone. That's a good
Anyways.
game too.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway.
We the Panel plays next
Sir?
upcoming. Yeah,
God.
next upcoming channel
I'm
maybe.
gonna have to
Oh,
manage that too. Hold
Oh
on.
god, oh god, oh god.
No, okay. But yeah, you can find Tim on all of those places, as well as his Instagram, which will be linked down below. But of course, moving on to our favorite TikToker, Cheska. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on both Insta and TikTok at Cheska Camille _. TikTok updates? None. None. I didn't post anything, so
Yeah, all right. And of course, you can find me on all of my socials down below, as well as my YouTube. Yeah, as I said, everything is down below. So you can find me there if you want to talk Terrace House, if you want to talk, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. Loki's not coming out till June, so I'm deprived. But yeah, you can follow me there. And yeah, this has been quite the episode.
Oh yeah.
If I do say so myself. But from myself, James, Tim, and Cheska from We the Panel, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.